How's it going, everybody? My name is James, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how Forex traders can find better trades using the Scorechart summary. So in order to do that, we're going to go into the A1 EdgeFinder and look at the Scorechart summary feature. So here we are in the A1 EdgeFinder homepage, and if you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that the first item listed under Home is the Scorechart summary. So go ahead and click on that, and it'll take us to the Scorechart summary page. And it looks a little bit like this. So this is getting updated every 15 to 30 minutes. Somewhere every 15 to 30 minutes, all of the information on all these currency pairs is getting updated so that it has the most accurate and up-to-date real-time information. You can actually see that the last update was made at 10:44. And for me, that was about 15 minutes ago. So what we're looking at here is every currency pair, indice, and commodity that we currently have listed in the EdgeFinder. And you'll see that they all have signals or biases that are either strong buy, strong sell, buy, sell, or neutral. And what that means is all of these scores here and all of these different categories are added up to give you an overall score for one of these currency pairs. And that is a prediction based off of all of the data and information that the EdgeFinder is pulling in that tells you, the trader, whether or not this is a good buy or sell. So when you're making a trade, you want to do your research. You don't want to go in there blind and just start making trades without knowing which way the market's swinging at that current moment, because you want to make the best and most educated trades that you possibly can. So let's just take a look at our top buy up here right now, which is US oil, and we have a strong buy with a score of 6. So we check for COT data, or institutional trader data, retail sentiment, seasonality, trend reading, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rate divergence. And a new update to the EdgeFinder is valuation, which is something that we are currently adding to all of these other pairs. That's why not all of them have a valuation score yet. That is something that's getting updated as we speak, but for right now, these are all of the metrics that we score, and you'll see that all of them have a score, typically 1 to 2 or -1 or -2. So we can see here US oil COT data has a score of 1, retail sentiment 0, seasonality -1, trend reading 2, GDP growth 1, inflation 1, unemployment 1, and interest rate divergence also a score of 1. When we take a look at our top sell, we have 2 strong sells with score of -8, but let's just look at GBP USD here. So we have COT data -2, retail sentiment -1. This, I believe, is seasonality. Yes, seasonality, then trend reading. Seasonality has a score of -1. And the trend reading is a score of -2. This, I believe, is GDP growth with a score of 1. And then we have inflation, unemployment, and interest rate divergence with scores of -1 across the board. So all of this information is constantly getting pulled in and stored so that the software can most accurately predict which way that all of these pairs are going to continue to trend, either upwards or down. And the last thing I want to show you about the Scorechart summary is that if you click on any of these here, let's go ahead and click on oil since it's our top buy, it will take you to that individual page. So here on oil's page, you can get a more in-depth breakdown of all of those scores that we just saw. So you'll see here our score breakdown. Those are all the same scores that we saw in the Scorechart summary, but here you can actually see that data backed up. So here we have our COT data and retail sentiment. the fundamentals, the GDP, unemployment, inflation, interest rate. We have our seasonality here. So all of that information that's getting scored here, here's the actual data that backs it up. And again, it's getting updated constantly. So there we go. That was a quick look into the Scorechart summary and how to use it.